At 5, we are hearing from the family of 2 brothers shot and killed at a Kansas City gas station nearly a month ago. Video shows the moments before Taylor and Byron Garrett were shot near Truman Road and Brooklyn Avenue. Now, the man accused of opening fire on both of them is Emmanuel Hernandez. He's charged with voluntary manslaughter, but for only one of the deaths. And that family met with KCTV5's Ryan Hennessy, who reports now from downtown.
The family was able to watch the video before the grand jury handed down an indictment for Emmanuel Hernandez. They are still grieving, having laid both brothers to rest, and they say they want stronger charges. We do need to warn you that the video you're about to see in the story is graphic.
Our family is fractured. This is our family. Anger, disappointment, disbelief, anger. Just anger. We angry.
The video starts with Hernandez's light-colored SUV and the brothers' dark SUV driving close together through city streets. The family believes the timeline starts too late and that an earlier incident is missing.
From what I understand is the Granite apartment complexes. The video that we saw did not come from there.
Next, the video shows the brothers pulling into the gas station. Hernandez circles around to another entrance.
It's hard to see your family members walking in a video and moving when you know you just buried them.
A parking lot confrontation unfolds where Taylor Garrett strikes Hernandez multiple times. Then the fight stops and the brothers go inside. Hernandez waits about 3 minutes before also entering the store.
He followed them into the store. He continued to initiate and engage them in words. My cousin's back was turned to him in the store. He walked up behind him, said words to him, baited him to fight him again, immediately pulled out a gun and shot him.
We stopped the video before the shooting. The next moments show the brothers trying to leave. Hernandez fires as he follows. He then briefly backs away before then hitting Byron in the face with his gun.
This is premeditated murder. This is not a stand your ground case. He knew exactly what he was doing when he followed my cousins into that store.
Jackson County Prosecutor Melissa Johnson issued a statement saying, in part, the office believes the defendant went too far when he continued to use force after the second victim was down. That's why prosecutors charged voluntary manslaughter, not murder. Without clear evidence of a premeditated killing without provocation, first-degree murder cannot be charged. Well, that full statement for you online.
Millions of dollars are headed to the Northeast to improve an area many developers might choose to avoid.
That's right. The EPA describes them as brownfields. Now, one of the most impressive brownfield projects in recent years has been the area around CPKC Stadium.
KCTV5's Ryan Hennessy live near Independence and Hardesty, where $4.5 million in funding could help turn that area around. Brian?
Yeah, so this is actually the old federal Hardesty building. It used to be actually housing World War II Army Quartermaster Depot, so maybe even some troops out here. This is a large building. It's actually a few buildings out here. It sits on 22 acres of property, and this has sat vacant for 40 years in the heart of Kansas City. With the EPA's help on these cleanup funds, the developer Andrew Development Group wants to actually turn this into something rather special.
This is what the area in the Northeast could look like. It includes 500 affordable apartments, retail space, a daycare center, and even a solar energy farm. Another former brownfields project was the Paseo YMCA on 18th and Vine.
Our brownfields money will clean up the vacant lot that is just to the north of the Negro Leagues building that is virtually empty right now, but that's going to be where the new structure is built to connect to the old structure.
2 months ago, we learned that a developer is planning for an official Negro League baseball hotel for that lot, and that's what these projects can do. Cleaver also pointed out the Berkeley Riverfront Park, which has had millions and millions of dollars of investment, and it started as a brownfields project.
And today, everybody wants to go down there, whether to see a soccer game, to get an apartment, and by the way, they have a waiting list, or maybe you work down there, or in some cases, you just want to walk along the sidewalk near the river.
Cleaver's U.S. colleague in Congress, Sharice Davids, spoke at today's announcement about how important these funds are for the greater Kansas City area.
Anytime the federal government dollars can go toward cleaning up like long underserved, underinvested communities, get opportunities for those types of projects, I think it's a good thing.
Now, this $4.5 million that the city announced today is going towards projects like this. It's not only this one. There's also another one. You may have heard of this one. We've covered it extensively. Parade Park. It's another couple hundred apartments that's spurring some redevelopment. Some of the Brownsfield money will likely go towards that one as well. Reporting from the historic Northeast in Kansas City, Ryan Hennessy, is TV5.
Well, certainly it'll be interesting to see what is done, what comes of it, because as we all know, the Riverfront project was certainly a success. Thank you so much, Ryan. Well, this
Missouri Task Force 1, including 4 KCFD firefighters, spent weeks in Texas searching through flood-ravaged communities. Their mission, search for survivors and bring closure to families. This photo of KCFD firefighter Quentin Culver standing among uprooted trees shows the power of the flash flooding.
And there were straight across where the trees were, the cypress trees, there was debris, RVs, kayaks, all the way the entire length of the river, which I believe they said is 110 miles, at mass devastation to the area.
They searched up to 12 hours a day, facing heartbreak and hope from survivors.
You know, we had people come up to us asking if they could pray for us, telling us their personal stories. It's kind of heartbreaking, but it kind of sets the tone.
Cameron, Quentin, and Alex worked alongside search dogs like a human remains detection dog named Dexter.
So the dogs can't work all day. They have to take breaks. They get tired before we get tired.
Dexter and his handler, Tyler Grosser, covered miles of ground in boats, on trails, and through creek beds.
We would do about 20 miles a day on foot, hiking. He's got determination, and I don't think quit is in his vocabulary.
Their work was emotionally heavy, but deeply meaningful.
It's not a mission that is easy for anybody to do, but it's necessary and it's very important.
It was kind of an honor to represent Kansas City on the world stage, to give closure to some of the families that were down there with some of the work that we got to do.
Missouri Task Force 1 is already training for their next mission, ready to deploy, search, and rescue wherever they're needed most. In Kansas City, Ryan Hennessy, KCTV5. On a sweltering day here in Johnson County, I tagged along with paramedics Emma Heller and Nick Knox. Their day started with a warning.
A lot of heat-related illnesses in the last 7 days.
And when temperatures spike, every minute matters.
We try to keep scene time when it's hot a little bit shorter, just so we're not out in the elements as much, because it can affect us, it can affect the patient.
When the heat hits hard, the ambulance becomes a mobile cooling center, and they've got more than one way to help a patient stay safe.
Depending on the severity of their illness, we take different measures to cool them, whether it's IV fluids, whether it's active cooling with our cooling bag.
The groups most at risk, the unsheltered and seniors.
As you get older, your body can't thermoregulate as well.
With more than 15 years of combined experience, Heller and Knox know the heat only adds to the unpredictability of the job. Our first call, a midday car crash.
Those are pretty typical calls, especially around lunchtime. We have a lot more injury accidents.
The second call, much more urgent, requiring us to use sirens.
Call for help at a residence, sick child.
And I would say I don't have pediatrics quite often, which is a good thing.
In both cases, they delivered care and offered this advice to anyone headed outdoors.
It's not what you drink today that hydrates you, it's what you drank yesterday. So if you know in advance that you're going to be out in the heat, prepare the day ahead.
And while most of us can either find shade or stay indoors, paramedics Heller and Knox are pushing through the heat to protect the most vulnerable. They're not just responding to emergencies, they're fighting through the elements themselves, all in an effort to keep the community safe. In Lenexa, Ryan Hennessy, KCTV5.